Hi, my name's Talon Holmquist, and today I will be doing a presentation on one of my few hobbies. Um, Today I'll be talking about photography. Many people do it for social media or hobby, just like me. First, I'll be discussing a rule that you typically learn in most photography classes and art classes. It's called rule of thirds. It has to do with focal points, horizon lines, and mainly catching a viewer's attention on an image. Then I'll be going over a few tips and tricks on what to look for when you're looking to take a picture of something, or what things to look for that may be good to take a picture of. Other than that, I will show a few examples for rule of thirds and go over how it's used, and I'll show a few examples of some pictures I took and explain why those are good photos or good things to take photos of. So in this section, I'm going to be talking about the rule of thirds. So the lines right here on the camera, I guess you want to call it, are your rule of third lines. So the four intersections of the middle box are going to be your main focal points if you want to focus on something specific, like, I don't know, someone's eye or someone's face or a part of their body. Then we have the two horizon lines. So if you want to focus on something on the horizon, or you want somebody to look at something on the horizon, you want to make that the focal point. Then we have the two lines going down the middle, which would be, say you're trying to accent a person, you would put them on that line to focus on them. In this section, I will be going over examples using the rule of thirds. I'll go over one example of how to use the corner of the boxes on your camera to accent a specific focal point. And I will also show a few examples using the horizontal and vertical focal lines to focus on a larger piece of a picture, using those lines to catch the viewer's attention. In this first image, it's using the corner of the box to focus on the eye of the bee. The body of the bee is in the void section, or the middle of the boxes, so that it takes the focus off of the body and puts the focus onto the eye of the bee like the photographer wants. In this picture, they have the lady centered on one of the lines and the table and the lamp kind of in the void sections, so that it's not focused on the table and the lamp and more focused on her body. The same thing goes for this picture. The old man is focused on or centered on one of the lines, and his microphone in the background is kind of in the void section because the picture is aimed to focus on him and his face and his body, not anything else. So this is a picture I personally took, and I had to add the lines because I've already taken it. But as you can see, the deck that I wanted to focus on, and then the vertical horizon line is where I centered my picture. So I wanted the focus point to be on the deck and the deck chairs, and then go up towards the up the river, which is why I put the focal point on the vertical and horizontal lines. As you can see here in this first picture, and as the next go on, my favorite things to take pictures of are usually large landscapes or large pieces of architecture, and it's because they're the easiest to capture on a focal point. I usually tend to use the horizon lines as my focal points because I'm taking pictures of large scale things like buildings, cities, landscapes, which is when you'd want to use the horizon lines. When you're taking pictures of small things like flowers, plants, wildlife, is when you use those four corner focal points. Ultimately, in conclusion, I hope that I've drawn some of you to possibly pursue photography as a hobby. I sure love it. Thank you very much.